Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to our Capital Market Day. Very excited to hold our first event, Capital Market Day, here at the London Stock Exchange, a great venue. A little bit about myself. I'm the founder and CEO of Light Science Technology Holdings. It's been a great privilege to lead the business over the last 3.5 years since we floated. I've been in business for just over 30 years, in electronics, in lighting, ag tech space. As you heard Graham mention, that we've renamed the division from Controlled Environment of Agriculture to ag tech this morning. And this is really to encompass some of the technology that we're expanding into, because no longer are we just doing Controlled Environment of Agriculture, but we're also doing Broadacres, and you'll hear a bit more about that today. We are a technology company, and you will hear today regarding the 3 divisions I'm going to show you in a minute. But it's really important to get that across, that we, in the 3 divisions, are designing, manufacturing and installing technology into these markets. So what do the markets look like? We've got Light Science Technologies and TomTech. We're in the ag tech space. This is a group of companies which have been going for over 30 years. So it's well established in the ag tech space now. So we know what we're doing, you know where we're going, and we're selling technology within the Controlled Environment of Agriculture. So that's glass houses, vertical farms, polytunnels, and if that be irrigation, lighting, control systems, or software and sensors. And you'll see a lot more detail as we go through. In contract electronics manufacturing, we've got UK Circuits, another business which is well established, been going over 25 years. Mark Ellis, the managing director, is here today, and he'll go through in detail about this division. But it's a well-established business in lots of different markets, and it's really key link to our group, because we've got the beautiful thing about that we actually design and manufacture our own products in-house, which gives us full control of what we're doing. And then we've got passive fire protection, which we more recently went into at the end of 2023. And we install injector clad system, and Sean Tasker is here today, and he's going to go through the detail of that. All of these divisions you will see out in the hall. We've got small stands. Please come to them and have a look in the break and at lunchtime, and just go through and talk to the MDs regarding these divisions and any questions you might have. It's really important to see these. So just to give you some group highlights over a 2024 period, we're in 3 key growing market sectors, and that's really important. All of the markets that we're in are growing, and I'll come onto a slide and show you the growth rate that you can see. We've got group quoted business of £50 million, circa 50 million. We've got a forward order book, so we can see good visibility going forward of circa of £3 million. We've got employees, around 70 employees in the group, and we've got 120 plus customers that we service on a regular basis. Our growth rate, revenue growth rate, is circa of 29% last year. So we've got really good growth rate as we move forward, and you can see that in last year's numbers. More importantly, it's about gross margin and gross profitability, and that's increased from 23.4% to 28%, circa of 28%, which is really driving what Graham mentioned earlier, that cash generative and that profitability in H2 last year. We've got circa of £1.9 million of cash and undrawn facilities at the end of 2024. So we've got good cash, we've got good cash runway. And our share price has risen 3 times in the last, multiple of 3 in the last 16 months. So we're going in the right direction of travel, which is really important. As we all know, the market has been extremely difficult over the last few years. So let's have a look at the market opportunity for the group. It's a big number, it's 120 billion. It's sectored there, green, orange and yellow for the company colours. We start with the ag tech sector, being huge globally, worth £47 billion to 2033. And you can see it's growing at a rate of 11.3% to 2033. Global opportunity for the ag tech space. And we see our products with partners going global through a network. And this is really important to really increase our revenue in this division. Currently, we've broken it out into LED grow lights at 9.6 billion we're focusing on, and that's growing at 28.2% to 2030. And the agricultural sensors, really important, the sensor side. Craig will go into a lot of detail about the sensors, but really this is the future for us as part of one of our product ranges. And that's 3.74 billion and growing at 11.3% up to 2032. In passive fire protection, the PFP division, huge market opportunity here of 50 billion in the UK alone. There is over 33,000 buildings which need fire protection being put into them. And Sean will go over in a lot of detail about how we're conquering and entering that industry by getting specified, more importantly. And in UK electronics, in the CEM, contract electronics manufacturing side of the business, is £22 billion. Everything we touch today, to the clicker I've got in my hand, has got some form of electronics in it to make it work. And we cover numerous markets, which I'll come to, and Mark Ellis will come to in his presentation. So where does it sit? We've got these three divisions all selling technology, and how near term, short term, long term, where do they sit? Well, UK Circuits is our biggest revenue currently. And so this is near term, this is now, and it's creating revenue. Injector fire barrier within the passive fire protection is near term and going into medium as we create those partnerships going forward, which is really important. And in the ag tech sector with Light Science and TomTech, really important to get this across, that we are creating revenue now, we are creating profitability within TomTech, but also it's long term because we're going to create some recurring revenue through the platform and the software system that we've put in place. I'm going to show you a short video to bring all the divisions together to give you an idea.
It's our pleasure to welcome you to Light Science Technology Holdings Capital Markets Day 2025, where we'll be presenting our strategy and insights for the year ahead. But before we begin, let's take a moment to recap who we are and what we do. We have 4 businesses across 3 sectors. In the AgTech division, we have over 30 years' experience in 2 businesses, Light Science Technologies and TomTech. We provide turnkey technology solutions that use real-time data to create the perfect recipe for any growing environment. Within contract electronics manufacturing, we own UK Circuits, a 25-year-old business and world-leading player in the field. UK Circuits supports clients at every stage of the procurement lifecycle, right through to expert technical support. From printed circuit board manufacturing to finished products, we work with a broad range of partners, both within the UK and globally, and service blue-chip customers across multiple sectors, including robotics, lighting, fire safety, sensors, pest control, and audio systems. Within our passive fire protection division, we own Injector Fire Barrier, the UK's first independent approved installer of the patented Injectaclad system. Injectaclad is an acrylic-based graphite sealant that can be swiftly injected into building cavities, blocking fire and smoke spreading throughout a building structure. It is suitable for installation across all types of building cavities. Using Injectaclad, we can work towards ensuring that existing structures are safe, protected, and meet the latest fire safety regulations, giving peace of mind to owners and occupiers. At Light Science Technologies Holdings, we combine British manufacturing, innovation, cutting-edge technology, software, and expert knowledge to solve some of the most important global issues that we face today.
Hopefully that gave you a really good insight and brought the companies and divisions together in the technology that we provide.